Good morning, students. Welcome back to your Science 1 lecture. Last lecture we had already completed the explanation of force and pressure, and we had started with the sums. We had completed two types of sums. One was sums related to pressure and the other was sums related to relative density. Today we are going to be doing sums related to only density. So I told you in the last lecture that this lecture we have done two types of sums. The coming lecture we will be doing the other one type of sum which are left. So let's get started. Okay, back to page number 21. We are going to be doing only one solved example is left, that is example number 5. And this is a formula that we are concentrating on. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Yesterday we completed, like last lecture we completed, pressure is equal to force upon area, and the other one was relative density of a metal is equal to relative density of metal divided by density of water. Today we are going to be doing sums related to only density, and the formula is mass upon volume. So we are going to be doing the fifth solved example, that is there. A piece of marble tile weighs 100 grams in air. If its density is 2.5 gram per cc, what weight will be its weight in water? This is a sum that we are going to do. So let us see that. Okay, so what is given to us? A piece of marble tile weighs 100 gram. That means our mass is given as 100 gram. Then this is solved example fifth one from page number 21. Okay, and the density is given to us as density is 2.5 gram per cc. You have to find out its volume here. Okay, so now what is the formula that we have? Density is equal to mass upon volume. That is the formula. So now the density is already given to us as 2.5, which will be equal to 100 divided by volume we don't know. Okay, so now why am I showing you the sum? Because in your textbook they have given the shortcut method, so you may not understand how you have got the answer. So I am solving it and showing it to you. Now here the volume is in multiplication. We'll go here, volume is in division, and we'll go here. So now this volume is in division here, we'll go here and become multiplied. So 2.5 multiplied by volume is equal to 100. Okay, now we need volume. So 2.5 is in multiplication, will get divided. So volume will be equal to 100 divided by 2.5. Now again, last lecture I have explained to you, if you have to remove the points, so what you have to do is you have to multiply by 10 here, because it is after one number. One number to multiply by 10. Point is before two number, then by 100. Before three number, then by 1000. So number of numbers before the point, that many zeros. So here it will become 1000 divided by 25. So my answer is 4 cc. Now again, there's an extra question which is asked, what will be the weight in water? You have already found the volume. Now you have to find the weight in water. Weight in water will be mass of the substance which is there, that is 100 gram, minus, so this your answer would be 40. Okay, this answer would be 40. So mass of the substance or weight in air minus your volume. Okay, so that is 100 minus 40. So that will be equal to 60 grams. So this is your solved example, fifth one. So similar questions we are going to be solving from our exercise. Now which questions are left? Question number A is left, which is again based on the same formula, that is density is equal to mass upon volume. So here our mass is given to us as 350, volume is 175. We need to find out the density. So let us solve this. So your mass is 350, volume is 175, density we have to find out. What is the formula say? Density is equal to mass upon volume. So mass is 350 divided by volume is 175. So your answer to this is 2 kilogram per meter cube. Okay. Similar way, the second one, here your mass is not given to you. You have been not given the mass. Your volume is given to you as 190 and density is given as 4. Again we are using the same formula. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Okay. Now density is given to us as 4. Mass we need to find out, divided by 190. You will cross multiply here. 190 multiplied by 4. So your mass will be equal to 190 multiplied by 4. So what is the answer there? So the answer we get is 760 kgs. Okay, simple. So it is a very simple sums with simple formula. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Okay. Now let us see the next sum. Now what we are left with is sum number 7, sum number 8, which is also again based on density. So we'll see sum number 7 now. So now we are seeing 7th sum, which is again based on the same formula. Volume of an object is 20 centimeter cube. So 20 centimeter cube. And the mass is 50 gram. So mass is 50 gram. Density of water is 1 gram. Density of water is 1 gram. Okay, centimeter cube. Will the object float or sink in water? So first let us find out the density of object. That is, formula is mass upon volume. Mass is 50 divided by volume is 20. Okay, so what will be the answer that we get? So you get 2.5. So we get 2.5 as the density of the object. So my density of object is more than density of water. So obviously the object will sink in water. So density of object is greater than density of water. Therefore, object will sink in water. Okay, understood? Simple. Here only we have to find the density and to say whether it will sink. If the answer would have been less than 1, then it would have floated in water. But the answer is more than 1, then it will sink in water. clear with this? Okay, now let us go to the 8th question. Now in the 8th question, what does the question say? Volume of a plastic covered sealed box is 350 centimeter cube. So this is my 8th question. Volume is equal to 350 centimeter cube. Box is a mass of 500 gram. So my mass is equal to 500 gram. Will the box float in water or sink in water? What will be the mass of water displaced by the box? So let us first find out the density. So my density is equal to mass upon volume, which is 500 divided by 350. So what is the answer that we get? 1.42 approx gram per centimeter cube. Now, density of water is, everyone knows, is 1. Now, if the density of water is 1 and density of object we have got as 1.42, then the object will obviously sink in water. So, because the density of the box is greater than density of water, therefore object will sink. Now there's another question which they have asked you, what will be the mass of the water displaced? So now first let us find out the volume of the object will be equal to mass of the object, that is 350. So how to find out the volume is equal to mass divided by density. So that is 350 is the volume is equal to mass divided by 1. So when you cross multiply, you get mass of the object as 350 into 1, that is 350 grams. So mass of the water displaced in a box is also 350 grams. Volume of the object will be same as mass of the object. So if mass is 350, volume is also 350. So are we clear with this? So these were all the sums related to this chapter. You have only 3 sums or 3 formulas of this chapter. One is pressure, second is relative density, and third one that we have learned today is density. Okay, I hope we are clear with this. Now let us discuss the fill in the blanks which is there in your exercise. First one, the SI unit of forces. So the answer is Newton. The air pressure on our body is equal to dash pressure. Answer is atmospheric pressure. For a given object, the buoyant force in liquid of different density is different. The SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. So that's your fill in the blanks. Match the pairs. Fluid, answer is E. Same pressure in all direction. Like your gas and liquid, same pressure will be applied in all direction. Blunt knife, your answer is D. Lower pressure. Like the side from which you cannot cut the knife, where it is not the sharp edge. It's a blunt knife, so the pressure will be low. Sharp needle, higher pressure. Answer is higher pressure. Relative density is equal to specific gravity. And hectopascal, answer is atmospheric pressure. So I want you to write this in your notebook. It has to be there in your notebook. And your question number 5, which we have already solved. Question number 6, 7 and 8, which I have already done it during the lecture. So I want it to be solved in your notebook. Question number 3 and 4, I will be sending you the PDF in the group. So with this, we are done with our third chapter. I hope everyone is clear with what we have done, all the concepts and the sums of this lesson. Whichever notes are left, only question number 3 and 4 is left, that I will be sending you the PDF. Other question number 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 and the solved examples of page number 21 has to be done in your notebook. Okay everyone. So next lecture we will be starting with Science 2. So we have already completed 2 chapters of Science 1, that is chapter number 5 and chapter number 3, and we have completed 2 chapters of Science 2, chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. Okay, goodbye then everyone, take care.